See that? Grey hair, grey beard. Blokes with grey beards don't have to pretend they're somebody they're not. All the bullshit disappears. You can talk openly with blokes with grey beards and grey hair because they've all been through the ringer of life. So what I wanted to show here was the size of these prawns, these river prawns. Grandma there, she's 98 years old. She turned up in the back of the motorbike. Wow, have a look at these prawns. You can see by the size of the Red Bull bottle that those prawns, that's not trick photography, they're huge. Sun's going down and we're just having a feed. We've been out weeding the garden with the two uncles and our ladies have cooked a nice feed for us. Everybody's here, kids are having fun, aunties and uncles. I'm up at Bangkar. Somebody asked, see all your random videos, but we don't know anything about you. Well, I'm up here at Bangkar, sun's going down, we've been out weeding a garden with the uncles, and now we're having a feed. So everybody's here, the kids are playing, kids are having fun, and we'll sit down and have a feed. And if it's required, we've got the table and that in there, but you can see how many people are in there. And where is everybody? Outside, and so am I. Yeah, well that's cleared the porch a bit. There's big rainstorms coming, everybody's got onto their scooters and bolted. We've had a good evening, we've had a good meal. It doesn't go on too long into the night. Grandma's got home in the car. She turned up beside saddle on the back of a scooter at 98 years old. She's fantastic, mate, she's fantastic. Somebody asked me, who are you, what are you doing? You put up videos, but we don't know anything about you. Oh, look at that lightning. I'm just a bloke trying to live almost a grey man life, just trying to live and be left alone, I suppose. Anyway, she's all happening here. Children are all scurrying about. They've all had a good night, they've all had a ball. They're all good kids, all play with each other. There's no bickering, there's no fighting, there's no bitchiness that seems to go on in the West with kids. Kids all sort of hive off into their own little rooms and disappear. But here they all communicate, all get on well together, I'm sure. Oh, here's Grandma back again. Grandma, come back, darling. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Hang on, gotta look after Grandma. Grandma just turned back up in the car there and just got told, oh, Grandma wants to sleep here because she doesn't want to go home. Maybe something to do with the lightning and the thunder is crashing around the place. She wants to sleep here. It makes me feel good. She feels comfortable at our house. Our house is where I'm staying with my friend in Thailand. That's great. Community, mate. Community. Community. Yeah, who am I? I don't know. I've just got a few years left in my life and who knows how long. And I just want to live it here. It's warm. It's community. It's people who care about you. You're not an inconvenience to the community that you're living in. You don't have to have social workers working out how can we entertain and put it on paper that we have entertained these old people who are sitting around the streets, sitting around little houses around the suburbs, waiting to die. And we've got to write it in reports what we do. Don't write any reports about me. I'm just enjoying myself. Tropical thunderstorm coming through. A few floods in Thailand. Not where I am. Have a listen to that. We've got toads hopping all over the place. The grass is growing here. We put it down about a month ago. Now we've got to buy a lawnmower. I'm looking into hydroponics. I'm getting rather confused because I know the concept of hydroponics. Hydroponics, aquaponics, something filter, where the water just runs past the roots. Dutch pots, Dutch buckets I should say. A bucket's filled with scoria but flood and then release and then flood again and release. Fish or no fish, you just add your nutrients, just add artificial nutrients. Seems to work. A little bit of a kickback on it because apparently when the big aquaponics farms release all those used up nutrients, it causes dead areas in the water catchment area that they go into. I didn't know anything about that, but I just found out that today. Somebody turned up with a turtle the other day, last night actually, not the other day, last night, picked up the road. It was different. I brought a turtle home the other day, about 2 weeks back, but this one was different. This turtle, he had a pretty big head and a pretty big beak on him. He was about a foot long, and about 8 inches across. But the turtle I brought home retracted his head and his legs completely into his shell and seemed to be able to pull up the bottom of his shell against the top of his shell so there's no visible areas or holes that he could put his legs and feet out. I don't know anything about that, so obviously there's different types of turtles here. Interesting, lightning's coming in. It's all good. It's wet. Do you know what that's from? All you Victorians, that's not from the rain, that's not from the cold weather. That's because I've been out weeding the garden and I've just sweat's dripping off me, mate, just dripping off me. It's, weeding the garden's a big thing over here. It's you got to think about it before you go out. You just pour the sweat just pours out of you. I got a message from Cole in America somewhere, and he's interested in coming over here to retire. And he said, "Can you give me a call and tell me what you know and what the hurdles are?" I don't know a whole lot. I only know what I've had to learn because I had to know. But I'm very happy to share anything you want to ask. I'll share information with you. See that? Grey hair, grey beard. Blokes with grey beards don't have to pretend they're somebody they're not. All the bullshit disappears. You can talk openly with blokes with grey beards and grey hair because they've all been through the ringer of life. Okay, see you guys. Have a good one. Okay, bye guys.